Do you know the difference between pre-qualification letter and a pre-approval letter? A pre-approval letter also saves you time, money, and stress. Watch till the end for a bonus tip on pre-approval letter. What's up, my friend? Jenn Ho, your fit realtor, Realty ONE Group Impact. Welcome to chapter 5 of our real estate questions. Today we're going to talk about pre-approval letter. We always talk about pre-approval letter, and we always hear the term pre-qualification letter and pre-approval letter. Yes, there is a difference between them two, and here is the difference. Pre-qualification letter basically goes by what you tell the loan officer or the loan application, what you make, what you owe, what your assets are, what your liabilities are. It just solely go by what you tell them in hopes that you are truthful. Now, a pre-approval letter takes it a step further. It actually verifies your income, verifies your liabilities, verify your debts, verify your assets, and have an actual budget amount that is a solid amount for you to go out shopping for your next home. So a pre-approval letter is definitely much stronger than a pre-qualification letter, and that's what you want to get, a pre-approval letter. Now, why do you want to get pre-approval letter, and why is that one of the first steps in buying a home? Well, pre-approval letter saves you 3 things. 1, time. 2, money. And 3, stress. Let's break them down. Pre-approval letter saves you time. That's the first thing, time. Why does it save you time? Let's put it in a scenario. Say you have 90 days to move out of your current monthly rental place. Out of that 90 days, 45 to 60 days is a pretty typical closing period, which means from the time you have your offer accepted to the time you actually get the keys for the place, that is typically 45 to 60 days. Now, there are places that there are actually loan officers that could do 30 days, but let's plan for 45 to 60 days. That said, out of 90 days, you have about 30 to 45 days to look for your next place to move. Now, think about this. You probably will not submit an offer on the first house you look at. Typically, you look about 10 to 15 homes before you find the right home. You might even look at a home 2 or 3 times before you submit an offer, before you say that is the right house I want to be in. Now, you have 30 to 45 days, you're looking at 10 to 15 homes. You might even look twice or 3 times. That said, you are averaging looking at a home probably 1 home every 2 to 3 days. Factor in your work schedule, your social life, your realtor schedule, your seller's schedule. You have maybe the weekends, maybe the evenings to look at homes. That said, will likely clump up homes, probably look at 4 to 5 homes at one go versus spreading them out over 2 or 3 days. So, do you really want to be looking at homes in the wrong price range for the first 10 days and just leave about 5 to 10 days left for you to find the right home? I don't think so. Second point, pre-approval letter saves you money. That's the second point, money. Why does pre-approval letter saves you money? Well, if you look at homes in the wrong price range, you lose out on time. When you lose out on time, chances are you likely need to extend your monthly lease. If you extend your monthly lease, you probably do not want to tie yourself down to a long lease. you will likely revert to the option of month-to-month lease. In a typical scenario, a month-to-month lease is more expensive compared to a contract term lease. It could be anywhere from $50 to $100 more per month. And you will also be paying for more rent in that after that 90-day period versus paying for a mortgage, building your equity after the 90-day period if you get a pre-approval letter and look in the right price range to begin with. That's how pre-approval letter saves you money. Speaking of checking out new homes, check out this virtual tour of a new construction home and you might just find home of your dreams. The third thing a pre-approval letter will save you is stress. Now, why does pre-approval letter save you stress? Pre-approval letter basically goes and verifies your current financial situation. It actually does a credit pull and it will actually flip up any lost loans, lost liens, anything like that that could potentially be out there against you. And you do not know about that. Instead of sending in an offer and getting a pre-approval letter at that point, finding out you cannot qualify because of a lost loan, if you start the process first, get the pre-approval letter first, iron out any lost loans, lost liens out there against you, you know when you submit an offer, it is something that you can close on, it is your home after all the inspection period, and you can just waltz to closing. No stress, get your home, get your pre-approval letter, all good. Here comes the bonus tip. So, we always talk about the negative side of not getting a pre-approval letter. We always talk about you can't qualify for it, you do not get a pre-approval letter. Now, flip the tables around. Get a pre-approval letter and you actually qualify for something higher. Think about this. A lot of us, when we start out finding homes, we look at what? We look at the median price range. Right here in the market, we are probably looking between $200,000 to $300,000 homes, which is the median price range, which is the seller's market right now. Your competition is high, your inventory is low, chances are you will end up in a multiple bid scenario, multiple bid offers, and you might need to bid over the list price to get the home of your dreams. Now, if we did the first step right, get your pre-approval letter, and you are actually approved for a higher range, something above medium price range, something maybe in the luxury market, something in this market $400,000 to $500,000 to $600,000, for instance, guess what? You probably will be buying in a buyer's market. What does that mean? There'll be less competition, there'll be a lot more inventory, and then you might be looking at homes that has been sitting on the market 4, 5, 6 months out. So that said, you might be able to get a steal because the sellers are more motivated to sell since their home has been sitting on the market for a long time. Now, think about this. A home is your biggest purchase at that point in time. It is also an investment. In an investment, you make money when you buy, you realize your profit when you sell. If you don't buy at the right price, there's no profit at the end when you sell. So keep that in mind. Hope that answers the difference between a pre-qualification letter and a pre-approval letter, and also answers the question why your realtor always, one of the first questions they ask is, do you have a pre-approval letter? A pre-approval letter saves you time, money, and stress. It could also help you buy in a buyer's market if conditions are right. Subscribe to my channel for a new video every Friday as I answer more real estate questions that will come up. do feel free to send me a comment or send me a private message if you have real estate questions. I will definitely answer and get back to you. I might even feature your questions in the next video. Till then, see you next week. Realtor signing out.